I want to ask you, Whaia, in terms of the time that the whenua, that you were moved off the whenua, the family, the Matinga family was moved off. Well, may I start with the question? Was the Matinga whānau moved off part of their whenua? I'm talking about the airport.
Yeah, that's when they shifted the shed from the top of the hill down to the side of the hill, which is about half a mile away from where it was originally.
Can you describe what happened, or to the best of your knowledge, what happened around that time?
Gee, there's that many things happening that time. There's bulldozers and all sorts of things coming up. I can remember the shed being built, but I can't, you know.
The new shed.
It was being built, and it was pulled down, and before we know what it's happening, the bulldozer was up there.
So where was the shed, please?
Probably it was on the first runway, and that's when the bulldozers came in, and they're working 24 hours a day there. It was hectic. Yeah.
Uncle George, can I come to you, please? What do you remember of that time, Matua, in terms of one of the shed and that time? Who turned up? Was there a man? Was there a group of people that turned up to talk to your parents? How did it go?
Well, just the foreman of the in charge of the building the airport just come along and told my father that our shed had to be shifted. So we had no option, and my father went and said, well, the best place where to shift it. So they shifted it, or they pulled it down from where it was at the edge of the airport, edge of the airstrip now, down to the side of the hill. And they bulldozed the track into it, and they had the shed built in about 3 weeks. And we just carried on milking throughout that whole operation while the airport was being built. Our cow shed was out of the way, but about halfway through building the airport, the foreman come along to my father and said, oh, they might have to shift our house because they have to extend the runway about another 500 meters, and our house was right in the flight path. So my father said, oh, they asked my father whether they wanted to shift it. So he said, oh, well, we'll shift it about another 200 meters north so that it'll be clear of the runway. So they said, oh, that would be all right. And anyway, about a month later, they found out that the water in the Pacific was moving away, so it wasn't necessary to extend the runway. So we were lucky we didn't have to shift the house.
When would this have been?
Be about 43, 1943, around about 43.